Hey friends, I wanted to share with you 3 books that I've gotten recently that I think you will love. Thank you for all of your kind words about Craft a Life You Love. I am so excited about my book being in your hands, and don't forget you can continue to hashtag Craft a Life You Love and hashtag Amy Tangerine on Instagram and share your projects that you've been making with that book. I personally love creative books and artsy books for various reasons. Sometimes I like to learn new things, sometimes I just like to be inspired and flip through the pages, and other times I actually need prompts and challenges to really get me going when I'm in a creative slump. So it happens to all of us, and I wanted to share with you these 3 books because I think they're awesome reminders of how to get your creative juices flowing. And yeah, when we all love to do that, don't we? All right, the first one I will share with you is this one. It's called Creative Sprint, and there are actually 6 30-day challenges to jumpstart your creativity. So enough for 6 months worth of inspiration and activities, and I've basically just breezed through this, but I just love the way it looks, and I think that once I read the introduction, I definitely knew that it's something that I needed to have in my arsenal. So here is something that I completely agree with. Creativity is a practice, and then these are the rules that they tell you to follow. Do something creative every day for 30 days in a row, share your work, and reflect on the experience. Of course, all rules were meant to be broken or at least tested, but we'll get to that later. It's a very fun, kind of lighthearted approach, and you can see that there's a bunch of great graphics and then also room so that you can fill in the actual prompt or challenge right here in this book. Now, I know that some of you have commented on my book, Craft a Life You Love, being a little difficult to actually write in because you don't want to write in the pages and then you want to use a separate notebook, but I really encourage you to dive into these types of books. I have to do that myself, and I think that I might even try to make this my summer project, since that's something that I will be wanting to do. So if any of you want to join me for that, I think that'd be a really fun way to get started, and we can share our pages with each other. What I'm thinking is that this would be just something good to spend your time on. The reason I say summer is because I don't know why, but by season I feel different types of inspiration, and sometimes I need to consume and sometimes I need to do. This seems like a perfect mixture of that combination where I can digest some inspiration, some prompts. Like these are the prompts that I have a hard time doing. Tear this page out and turn it into something you can wear on your body. Bonus, wear it around for a day. That's something that is not really realistic for me to do, but maybe you guys can help cheer me on and we can all do it together. Look at how cool these quotes are. And I love that there's color and massive inspiration and stories throughout this book. Challenge yourself to a new type of exercise with Creative Sprint. So that's this book. Next is Journal Sparks. I immediately was drawn to this cover, and if you could feel it, you'd see that it's textured, and there's also this little bit of gold, actually it's like copper or orange foil, and the illustrations are so cute. It feels very scrapbooky. I just love the way it looks. And look how pretty it is with these colors. This is published through Story Publishing, and here's the author, Emily. So I love her approach with the fact, obviously, that there are no rules, because, you know, I don't like to follow the rules in a lot of creative scenarios, and journaling is definitely one of those times. I like how she's laid out the materials and favorite supplies that she uses, with also the visuals that go along with it. And it's just a beautifully laid out book. It's just gorgeous, and she has one of my favorite artists and authors. Carrie Smith, you've probably seen Wreck Your Journal and the different types of books that she has. I got my first one from her actually at Urban Outfitters many years ago. So it goes through her journals. There's some suggestions to work with color. There's another guest journaler, Mariah Bruhl, author of Playful Learning. I just love the way these title pages are too, with the kind of collagey, chopped up pages, and it's just so fun to look through. Then she also gives you obviously a bunch of prompts and ideas and ways that you can really spark your creativity. I love looking through books like this. Oh, it looks like there's a fill-in page too. Questions to get you thinking. So you can actually write directly into this book as well. I recommend with this type of book to either put these works into place in a separate journal or into whatever you're using for your planner. And I'll show you in my bullet journal where I've done that with a few things from the next book. But this is just beautiful. I love the way it's laid out. There's also little things. Oh look, this is actually perforated right here. So these lines are perforated so that you can make a fortune. Oh, how funny. Make a fortune and tear these little pieces out. So it's very interactive. And I think at the back too, look, she has a month-long challenge as well. Draw it every day challenge. Lots of to-dos and inspiration. And here's that little fortune envelope where those pieces would go into. And there's papers back here that are just gorgeous that you can tear out and make something with. Oh, these are little punch outs. Like little die cuts that you punch out. And then it looks like here there's some glossy stickers of her doodles. I love that paint effect on it. Oh, how cute is that dog? So really cute designs that she's painted and has made accessible for you. So it says 60 irresistible ways to fill the page, and it includes stickers and collage papers. So I highly recommend this book, Journal Sparks. It is beautiful and so inspiring, and I definitely think it will fire up your creativity with spontaneous art, wild writing, and inventive thinking. We can all use more of that, right? The last book I want to show you is this Botanical Line Drawing by Peggy Dean. You may know her on Instagram as the Pigeon Letters. I actually found her work when I first started doing the iPad lettering, and I downloaded one of her brushes, and it's still to this day my favorite brush. So she basically goes through step by step on telling you how to draw these different botanicals. And I started last night, and I'll show you, but I wanted to walk through the exercises and not do them actually in this book here, but I wanted to do them in my bullet journal. Grab that. And I can show you exactly where I did it. So I did it to fill in these blanks from a couple weeks ago. I just decided to do it where I had room. So here is this first one. Obviously hers looks a lot better than mine. And same here. But I think it's more about getting into the practice of doing this and kind of learning her steps and adapting it to your own personal style, which is true for everything that you do that's creative. This I actually love very much. It was so simple to draw. I don't know why I've never drawn anything like that when I do vines, but that was really cool. And then this one is here, which was kind of fun as well. And that one's here. I did a little variation where it was straight. Oh no, just kidding, that was that one. I skipped a page. Did I skip a page? Yes, I did. That one is right here. Did a little variation. I skipped this one too, and I jumped over to this one, which I really liked doing as well. So I plan on doing a little bit more in here and kind of filling up this spread because it was Mother's Day week. I just thought it would be a good opportunity to do all of that and make it kind of decorated in a different way while also practicing something that I want to get better at too. I love drawing flowers, I love doodling them, but there's so many different ideas here that will really push you to get creative, and maybe it'll push you a little out of your comfort zone, because I don't usually like to draw things like this, for example. I would not know how to draw that, so I'll follow the steps. Same with this. I wouldn't normally draw a rose like that, but it looks beautiful. And I love how some of them are super simple and easy, but then there's also more complex ones. Like, look at how beautiful that looks, although she just did it in 6 steps. So even that, when you combine all of the things that she's teaching you, the different techniques to build up your flourishes and your botanicals, I think it's really fun seeing them all put together. And of course you can put your own twist on it. Oh, I did this cactus as well, right here for Cinco de Mayo. So that was kind of a fun little take on, you know, putting something here because I want to fill this up. I'm not sure why I feel the need to make my pages feel full. This obviously is done, but I can always go back and add some more to it if I feel like it. And I think it'd be fun to sprinkle in some doodles and line drawings to really make it my own. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you're subscribed. All these books are linked below in the description box. Be sure to comment. Let me know what you think about these books, and if you have any books that you've been loving lately in this sort of creative genre, I would love to hear from you. Also, let me know if you want to do some sort of group or challenge this summer where we share our projects and maybe we follow some of these prompts and do something together. I think we can really expand our creative horizons and have a lot of fun. So thanks again for watching. I hope you feel inspired to keep those creative juices flowing. Bye!